And we're back. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dark Phoenix Gaming, and welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Age Origins. Now, last episode was just a rather chill evening of talking to people and getting to know the companions here in camp. Well, all the companions but Wynn. We ran out of time, so haven't talked to her yet. I might take a brief little bit of time to talk to Wynn. However, then we will be firstly I think heading off to the Brazilian forest to try and track down the Dalish. Next. And I can already hear some of you screaming at me, do the DLC, do the DLC. Well, for some reason, I kind of like being a higher level before I start the DLCs and stuff. I don't actually know what the level requirements are, but we're only level 9. So I don't feel like I really want to start that just yet. Anyways, Wynn. Hello.
Oh, it's been a long day. Rest would be welcome.
Yes, that is why this is our campsite. We rest while camping, after all. You okay, though?
Yes, of course. I am just a little weary. As you may have noticed, I'm no spring chicken.
You are very sprightly for your age, though.
Thank you. You're very kind to say so. But in all honesty, I do not know how many years I have left in me. I have lived for such a long time, but there is always something else to do. And I have to keep going in order to do it. I think I will be glad when I am done.
This is all rather morbid and unexpected, so you'll excuse me if I feel like denying until the cows come home. I'm sure you'll be kicking around for many years yet.
Oh, I don't know. I really don't.
I like Gwen, I really do. She is one of my favorite characters. Seriously, Origins has such an amazing cast of companions. Even the ones like Morrigan, who has a personality that can be compared to Miranda from Mass Effect 2. I don't hate her, I just think she's an irritating individual who's very difficult to deal with. More than anything. Small wonder that none of the later games could even hold a candle as far as character personalities or anything. Though some of the ones in Inquisition were quite good, admittedly.
Have you encountered many abominations, apart from the ones in the Circle Tower?
No. Those ones in the tower were my first ever.
The first time I saw an abomination, my blood turned to ice. It was months before the nightmares stopped. It was the knowledge that I could easily become one of them that frightened me the most.
Yes, seeing the monster you could be would be very unsettling, I would imagine.
One slip. All it takes is one slip, and everything you are is simply gone. Replaced by madness. And there is no turning back. Or at least that's what they say.
You have doubts then?
Of late, I have begun to wonder if there is any way an abomination can be cured, or if a mage could be so possessed and still retain their sanity, their humanity.
Yes, that's an interesting point, and given that the damage they can do because of being possessed and just going on a murderous, bloody rampage is generally seen as what categorizes an abomination, I would think that if one retained its humanity, then you can't really call them an abomination, even though they would probably still fit the Chantry's classification.
Yes, it is madness and cruelty that define abominations. If those are lacking, if the mage remembers the person they truly are, then they are not an abomination. I never saw that. Thank you for showing me another way of looking at it.
Okay, that was a little weird, but okay.
So, tell me, how did you become a Grey Warden?
Well, you remember Duncan? He took me from the alienage and saved me from going to prison.
Ah, I see. Do you mind if I ask what you do?
Yes. I killed the Arl's son for hurting my friends and family and raping my cousin.
Oh, I'm sorry. I should not have brought it up.
And one of his guards killed my fiancée-to-be. Yeah. And that bastard entirely deserved it. I'd kill him again if I could. And again, and again, and again, and again.
You say that with such cold satisfaction that it frightens me. But I can see no fault in your actions. I would have done the same. It sickens and saddens me to hear what men in power inflict on those who they ought to serve and protect. I have heard stories that some Templars who hunt Maleficarum do not end the hunt with a clean death.
Honestly,
They subject the
that
victim to
does not surprise
abuses,
me at
dignities
all.
before they finish it. But this is just a rumor.
And
Regardless of what happened in your past,
honestly,
I'm glad you found a place with
I wouldn't see that happening
I'm
in
sure
the
you are too.
Ferelden Tower with a bloke like Gregor are in charge. He seems like a good sword after all, you know, for a Templar. But I just hope I can show the strength that Duncan saw in me. I'm not sure sometimes if I was really a good choice.
Sometimes it gives me comfort to think that everything will end up the way it's supposed to. That it will be all right. You were chosen. You survived the joining when others did not. Perhaps it
Sounds
was
like Wynne knows a little bit more about the joining than you would think. Interesting. But I think that's all the talky we're going to do with her for now. For now, out of camp we go. And I can finally take the party with people I actually like.
Yes.
Alistair, Wynne, and Liliana. Welcome to the party. And, actually, first things first, let's go back to the Lake Calenhad docks. And even though we're technically already there, we get ambushed heading out of our camp to the docks. Lovely.
There are demands from the Banon that you step down from the Regency. They are said to be gathering their forces, as are your allies. It appears it will be civil war after all, despite the Darkspawn. Pity. I also have an interesting report. There seem to be Grave Wardens who survived Ostergard.
And yes,
How, I don't
that
know.
Loghain toady
But they
there
will act against
is
you.
voiced by
I
Tim
have
Curry.
arranged for,
Make of that what you will.
with your leave.
The Anthivan Crows send their regards. An assassin?
Against Grey Wardens, we will need the very best, sire.
And the most expensive.
Just get it done.
And yes, I personally do know who Loghain's little toady there is. But Arianne would not know. Now, if we were playing the human noble origin, we'd already be aware of that person's identity. But as we are not, and there appear to be people hanging around here. Something's up. Something is indeed up. And Arianne does not know it yet, but Loghain has hired assassins to go after us, it would appear.
Rough travels out here, eh? We even saw Darkspawn on the way in.
Darkspawn. You don't say.
Right, Darkspawn. We killed a whole band of them on the way up from Lothering. We're delivering a message to the Chantry in Denerim. You?
Message? What about?
We saw a blood mage down near the Brazilian forest. We're off to tell the Chantry about him.
I see. This is one of those ones from the Mages Collective, actually. We were asked to stop a message from being delivered. So I'm sorry, your message won't be making it.
I thought you said... Wait. You're serious?
Yes, and I know what I just said, but why don't you let us deliver it for you?
I suppose that's alright. As long as it gets there. Stay safe.
Yeah, that could have turned into a fight, but no. It went fine. And there was actually not any sort of problem. However, Sten did say that he lost his sword near Lake Calenhat, and we find a scavenger picking at some bodies. Coincidence? I think not.
Back off. I was here first.
You haven't seen a sword lying around here, have you?
Why, you looking to buy one?
Only if it's a Kunari blade.
A Q what?
Kunari, you know, the murderous horde in the far north?
Well, honestly, I don't have any swords. The spot was picked pretty clean when I
Yeah,
got
we
here.
can get away with
I got
saying
one
that
on
because
glove.
Sten's
Wolves
not in the
didn't kill too
party.
badly, though. I think it was a glove anyway. I know, don't say it. I got cheated. I knew the guy who was here before me. He sold me this spot. Said he found giants and all kind of crazy valuables. He didn't mention that he'd taken everything but the bones and the dirt already. His name's Ferrin. Squirrely little bastard, if you ask me. Which you didn't, but I said it anyway.
And where is he now?
He was going to Orzammar, he said. I imagine he's gotten there by now. If you find him, tell him I sent you. It'll scare the piss out of him. Ah.
Oh, we can do that. And looks like Sten's sword might be up by Orzammar, eh? Now...
Isn't that the point? We could all be figments of someone else's imagination.
The Mages Collective thanks you. Make us smile upon you.
Just players in a play.
Much appreciated.
As you
The
wish.
dream.
And nothing else for us to get there. Gessler appears to have his boat back, but there's enough of a racist prick before that I don't particularly care. Now, actually, you know... Oh yeah, this is another thing worth pointing out. You see that? Lothering is no longer accessible. It's been destroyed by the Darkspawn. We can't go there anymore. So it's a good thing that we got that guy from Scraping the Barrel out of the Lothering Chantry while we were down there, because after you do one main story quest, Lothering becomes inaccessible. Because enough time has passed that the Darkspawn make it there and destroy the town. Now, I know I said we were going to go to the Brazilian outskirt, but I'm tempted to, for the Dalish, but I'm tempted to just go to the Frostback Mountains instead. And do the Dalish last. And the Dwarfies now. Let's see. Brazilian outskirts, Banlorn's lands. Yeah, we've got a few DLC things scattered around to do as well. You know what? Yeah, frick it. We're going to the Frostbacks. And getting ambushed, apparently.
Oh, thank the Maker. We need help. They attacked the wagon. Please help us. Follow me. I'll take you to them.
Woman gets ambushed and is eagerly running back to the place she got attacked. I mean, sure, she might have friends back there, but it seems a mite suspicious to me. It really does. Yes, we have detected a trap, but I don't see where it is. Ah, there. The trap. And... oh dear. I recognize that face from the cutscene. And he brought friends. Oh, lovely.
The Grey Warden dies here!
An assassination attempt. How novel.
Let's get started.
Hey, Alistair, if you would please do a shield pummel. Win. can cast fire. Liliana, crippling shot. You idiots being on fire is helping your cause, I think. As long as the cause is enabling you to die and me to live.
I never liked this part. Alright, battle it is.
You're going down fast.
Trap!
Looks like Win went down. But honestly, there's few enough of them left that I'm willing to
Let's make this quick.
just allow the death to happen.
Trap!
Gotcha.
It is done.
That did it. The elven assassin is wounded and unconscious, but alive. We could tie him up and talk to him if we wish. So, our choices here are to wake him up and talk to him, or just kill him while he's unconscious. Well, Arianne would really not be down for just killing him. He may have tried to murder us, but he did it to our face. So we can at least have the decency that if we end up deciding to kill him after talking to him, we do it while he's conscious. We'll wake him up.
Oh, what? I rather thought I would wake up dead, or not wake up at all, as the case may be. But I see you haven't killed me yet.
I have some questions first. The answers will determine how alive you remain.
Ah, so I'm to be interrogated. Let me save you some time. My name is Zebra. Zev to my friends. I am a member of the Antivan Crows, brought here for the sole purpose of slaying any surviving Grey Wardens, which I have failed at, sadly.
Yes, I'm rather happy you failed, actually. I like not being dead.
So would I be, in your shoes. For me, however, it sets a rather poor precedent, doesn't it? Getting captured by a target seems a tad detrimental to one's budding assassin career.
Well, too bad for you then.
Yes, it's true. Too bad for me.
Alright. Let's start from the top. Who or what are the Antivan Crows?
I can tell you that. They are an order of assassins out of Antiva, very powerful and renowned for always getting the job done, so to speak. Someone went to great expense to hire this man.
Quite right. I'm surprised you haven't heard much of the Crows out here. Back where I come from, we're rather infamous.
Infamous for what? Certainly not for being good assassins.
Oh, fine. Is that what you Fereldans do? Mock your prisoners? Such cruelty.
And who precisely hired you to kill us? Although, I think I know the answer to that already.
A rather taciturn fellow in the capital. Logan, I think his name was. Yes, that's it.
Yep, called it. Does that mean you're loyal to Logan?
I have no idea what his issues are with you. The usual, I imagine. You threaten his power, yes? Beyond that, no, I am not loyal to him. I was contracted to perform a service.
And now that you've failed that service?
Well, that's between Logan and the Crows, and between the Crows and myself.
And between you and me, yes?
Isn't that what we're establishing now?
And when were you to see Logain next?
I wasn't. If I had succeeded, I would have returned home and the crows would have informed your Logain of the results, if he didn't already know. If I had failed,
So no using your
dead,
meeting to
or
get
I
the
should
drop
be,
on
at least
Logain
as
and
far as
kill
the
him
crows
then
are
and there.
concerned. No
Shame.
need to see Logain then.
If you had failed.
What can I say, huh? I am an eternal optimist. Although the chances of succeeding at this point seem a bit slim, don't they? No, I don't suppose you'd find that funny, would you?
Not particularly. And what did he actually pay you? What is my head worth to Logain these days?
I wasn't paid anything. The crows, however, were paid quite handsomely, or so I understand. Which does make me about as poor as a chantry mouse, come to think of it. Being an Antivan crow isn't for the ambitious, to be perfectly honest.
And why are you one? Just out of curiosity.
Well, aside from a distinct lack of ambition, I suppose it's because I wasn't given much of a choice. The crows bought me young. I was a bargain, too, or so I'm led to believe. But don't let my sad story influence you. The crows aren't so bad. They keep one well supplied. Wine, women, men, whatever you happen to fancy. Though the whole severance package is garbage, let me tell you. If you're considering joining, I'd really think twice about it.
Thanks. I'll take that under advisement.
You seem like a bright girl. I'm sure you have other options.
Okay, and I'm surprised you're spilling all of this so easily. No sort of client-customer confidentiality clause or anything?
Why not? I wasn't paid for silence. Not that I offered it for silence.
Well, that answers that then. Not even loyal to your employers, I guess.
Loyalty is an interesting concept. If you wish, and you're done interrogating me, we can discuss it further.
Okay. I'm listening. But make it quick.
Well, here's the thing. I failed to kill you, so my life is forfeit. That's how it works. If you don't kill me, the crows will. Thing is, I like living. And you obviously are the sort to give the crows pause. So let me serve you instead.
And... wait, what? Are you serious? Bring the assassin who just tried to murder us with me. You must think I'm royally stupid.
I think you're royally tough to kill, and utterly gorgeous. And not that I think you'll respond to simple flattery, but there are worse things in life than serving the whims of a deadly sex goddess.
Sex goddess. I've been called a lot of things in my life. Sex goddess has never been one of them until today. So you get that first, at least. But what would you want in return?
Well, let's see. Being allowed to live would be nice, and would make me marginally more useful to you. And somewhere down the line,
Just
if you
marginally,
decide
though.
that you no longer have need of me, then I go on my way. Until then, I am yours. Is that fair?
Well, you don't seem like a particularly good assassin. Why would I even want your service?
Why? Because I am skilled at many things, from fighting to stealth and picking locks. I could also warn you should the Antivan crows attempt something more sophisticated, now that my attempts have failed. I could also stand around and look
Okay,
pretty
that's
for
fair.
her. Warm your bed.
You'd
Depends
know
on
their
unwanted
styles, so
suitors.
we can use that information, probably. Warm our bed. Is this before or after you stab me in the back?
These things you say, they must drive the men back home simply wild. So what shall I
Oh,
do?
you have
I'll
no
even shine
idea.
armor. You won't find a better deal, I promise.
And what's to stop you from finishing the job later?
To be completely honest, I was never given much of a choice regarding joining the Crows. They bought me on the slave market when I was a child. I think I paid my worth back to them plus tenfold. The only way out, however, is to sign up with someone they can't touch. Even if I did kill you now, they might just kill me on principle for failing the first time. Honestly, I'd rather take my
Shitty ass principal then. But alright. Does seem like Zevran here is sort of offering out of desperation. If he'll get killed by going back to his previous employer, then unless we hear of them changing their minds about that, I am inclined to help out and humor him. So very well, I accept your offer. You can come along for now.
What? You're taking the assassin with us now? Does that really seem like a good idea?
Don't worry about it. We could use him. Besides, I'll keep an eye on him.
Alright. I see your point. Still, if there was a sign we were desperate, I think it just knocked on the door and said hello.
Welcome, Zevran. Having an Antivan Crow join us sounds like a fine plan.
Oh, you are another companion to be, then? I wasn't aware such loveliness existed amongst adventurers, surely.
Or maybe not.
And
I hereby pledge my oath of loyalty to you until such a time as you choose to release me
with
from
that,
it. I am your man, without reservation. This I swear.
any chance of some in-universe Zevran Liliana fanfiction goes out the window. Oh yeah, and Zevran joins us as a companion, which Alistair does not like, and for some reason Zevran also disapproves of the fact that we let him join us. That is weird. Very weird. But now we can leave this area and get back to heading for the Frostbacks. Nice and chilly here. But with that, I think I'm going to leave it here for now, as there'll be a little bit of plot-related drama up ahead, but I'll save that for next episode. This has been Dark Phoenix Gaming, and you have been watching Let's Play Dragon Age Origins with Arianne Tabris. If you've enjoyed this, please leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe to see more like this. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. See you then, folks. See you then. Bye for now.